And welcome back. My next guest is taking her love of literacy and sharing it with young readers everywhere. She is the author of a new children's book called Teamwork, and she is here to tell us about more how she is hoping to inspire young readers around the world. Welcome, Tina Truitt. Hi, Tina.
Hi, thank you.
How are you?
Very
I'm
good.
so glad you're here.
Thank you.
And I want to say this to our viewers because I met Tina actually at a book signing event back in May, and as soon as I met her, we sat down, we started talking, right?
Yes.
I'm not making this up,
no,
right?
You're not.
And we hit it right off.
Yes.
And I wanted you so much to be on the show and talk about your book
Yes.
because they are amazing. So,
Thank you.
So let's talk about them. So
Okay.
what inspired you to write your first book?
Oh, the first book, Stepping On, what inspired me to write that is all the abuse that's going on today with women, emotional abuse, physical
Right.
abuse. And I wanted to get a message out there to let them know that they are not alone.
Right.
I've met so many women in my travels who have gone through different things in their marriages, and I thought, hey, this needs to be heard.
Of course.
So it's a fiction novel, but it will make you feel like it is real because it's based on some real life events.
Okay. So was there any personal experience that you were able to put in the book? Or?
No, not really, none
Okay.
personal, although I have had issues with the emotional abuse
Okay.
in the past, and so I can relate to that in some
course.
ways. But the character in this book is representation of women everywhere.
Everywhere.
So many women that I've met that have suffered so many different forms of abuse. And so I put the stories all together to make
Right.
one character and one story.
Right. Why is there so much abuse?
That is a very good question. And people really need to recognize the signs that are there. And they need to reach out and see if they can get help. And their loved ones, too, should, recognize the signs
Right.
and hopefully help them if they can. But
Right.
it's a good question. Why is there so much abuse?
Yeah, because I guess most of the times people will blame themselves
Yes.
instead of projecting the blame on the actual, culprit.
Right.
So, is that a common thing?
I think it is common. A lot of women that I've met, they blame themselves. They think it's their fault that they're being treated the way they are being treated. And some of them do want to leave, but they are afraid to leave for fear of retaliation, or
Right.
sometimes they stay for the sake of their children, like the character in my
Right,
book.
which is exactly what I was
Right.
going to point out. Right. So, yeah, it's kind of evident in your book. Yeah. Then tell me a little bit about yourself then, and
Well, I'm a mother of 3 wonderful children. I have a beautiful grandson.
Which is what you talked about,
I am
yes.
a preschool teacher.
Oh.
I love to write, love
Obviously.
to travel, love to read. I wish I had more time to read.
Right.
And I just love meeting people and just sharing with them and talking with them and hearing their stories and where they're from.
Right. Do you have any future projects that you're working on?
I do. I have an upcoming women's event, a women's empowerment luncheon,
Okay.
that's going to be held in September 17th.
Of this year, right?
Of this year, correct, and that will be at the Pennsauken Country Club in Pennsauken, New Jersey.
Okay.
I will be at a street fair in Robbinsville, New Jersey on September 2nd.
Okay.
And also September 24th, I will be at the Cherry Hill Library for a book signing.
Right. So if you
So-
want to get out there, meet
Yes, and they can find out more information about that on my website.
you. And what is the website?
It's www.tinatruitt.com.
TinaTruitt.com. Well, I want to show everybody these books because they're really.
Yes, thank you.
This is the first one you
That's
wrote.
the first one.
And this is your children's
Yes,
book, right?
the children's book.
Now, I
Teamwork.
have to admit, I did read the children's book, and I found it very interesting, very nice. So,
Thank
good luck to you. I'm looking forward to your second book.
Thank you so much.
And,
yes, there will be
and
a sequel to
There will be a
Stepping
sequel,
On.
right?
Yes.
All right, guys, there will be a sequel. All right, so thank you, Tina.
Thank you so much.
All right. Don't go anywhere. When Healthy Lifestyle returns, I'll share with you a great product and some tips for some outdoor exercise fun.
I can really show you how to move it, baby. Yeah. See, I like how you do it, baby.